Welcome to the Danny Clinkscale Reasonably Irreverent podcast. Insightful and witty commentary, probing interviews, and detours from the beaten path.
Every once in a while, we have to bring out the big dog.
Yeah.
Oh, God help us. It's time for Danny Unleashed. Sponsored by Easton Roofing, where integrity matters. Go to eastonroofing.com for more.
Easton Roofing, the only folks that I will allow on my roof. Easton Roofing, Joe Spiker and his great team. Find them online at eastonroofing.com. No payment collected until you are 100% satisfied. I know a friend of mine was just asking, like, hey, can you get me hooked up with Easton Roofing? Like, first of all, good guy. Second of all, eastonroofing.com. I mean, I don't mean to split an atom right here on the radio and impress everybody, but eastonroofing.com, pretty simple to get hooked up, but very happy. Got a picture of Joe and my buddy, and Joe had a goofy look on his face. So I don't know what was going on there. But he was very happy and very satisfied, and kind of on the outskirts of town he lives. And Joe's like, yeah, we'll be out there. Let's go get it done. So it took care of it. A lot of storm damage of late, Danny. I still have piles of limbs. I'm a man with a saw, which, you got to have if you're a man.
It's dangerous.
And is it really? Okay, thanks. Sawed up a couple of big limbs that were down, and I got great tree people, and they still haven't, well, at least when I left, they hadn't been able to get out. That's how many people have been affected by it, because they do great work, which I'm in, hey, it's fine. It's all chopped up and in piles on the driveway, but I know a lot of people had the same thing I did. So if you are having questions about that roof, I'll let Joe and his team take a look. Inspections are free. Estimates are free at eastonroofing.com.
We had 12 hours of no power, but...
Really? I had a buddy who had a couple, 2-3 days of no power.
You just don't realize how much you rely on
No, I do.
Electricity.
I realize it. I don't need it to go off to realize it. I'm well aware.
Luckily, most of the time was sleep time. But... you wake up in the morning and your phone...
First of all, at 12 hours, Danny, you kind of are that guy in the beer commercial that's calling for help 12 minutes into your time in the woods.
Oh, not at all. Actually, I first off, I had a sporting game to watch on my computer, so that was good. But then that saps the computer down to 13%.
Well, when it's the size of a drive-in movie screen, yes.
This actually has an excellent battery. I don't have it plugged in right now, for instance.
Oh, wow. You rebel.
Also, I would have ordinarily...
Working without a net, huh?
Yeah. Ordinarily would have come here and said, I get a little scratchy throat, but considering the audience... I am not going to complain.
I've got.
You talking about me?
Yeah, I'm talking about
okay.
The person sitting.
I thought I was doing a little better, but now here's.
No, you sound fine.
Shot at me out of nowhere.
I was thinking it was a shot at Todd, who gave everybody in this building
we're all
his
sick
cold.
as a Todd.
Yeah.
What a pig.
Yep.
He's nowhere to be found because he's home waiting on a delivery.
Well,
sure he is.
Anyway,
that's what he says. Anyway.
Yeah.
So you get up the next morning, then you're like, oh. No phone. So my wife, who can't make coffee then...
maybe if you didn't drive...
Your wife uses the phone to make coffee?
No.
How's that work?
It's a really good app.
Well...
It's a hell of an app.
Her phone was dead. She had no way to make coffees, so she went out...
Again, how is the phone involved in the making of coffee?
It's not at all.
I like coffee, Danny. I want to know if there's something in that world I'm missing out on.
I didn't think I needed to ask it a second time.
Charge her phone and get coffee because her phone was dead. So there were two purposes to her leaving. Then I was about to work out.
So your wife left you?
She did for a short period of time.
And then came back.
When there was power.
And then Danny was going to work out, but the weed eater was broken.
I need a man who has power in his life. That's not you anymore, Dan.
She just needed a home. Didn't necessarily need me in it. But
she just drove through the neighborhood till she found someone who had lights on and pulled in.
Stopped at the
this
first
is where
house
I live now.
And it's like, oh, eureka. The power came back on. It was great. It's a great feeling.
Did you run right out and start a pot of coffee for her?
I did not.
Well, phone wasn't charged yet.
Maybe that's why she left you.
It was like immediately there. I had literally texted her, "Power's on," and
She yelled from upstairs, I know.
I know, I'm here.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, good enough. So you're all right.
Everything
survived.
Was fine.
You're good.
Right. Yeah, the 10P to 10A. You know.
Oh God.
The highlight of that
12
was
12 darkest hours of your life.
Yeah, watching another sporting loss on my computer.
Well, Tommy Moe called and wanted to make Peter Vermes' job a subject. I think it's a discussion, certainly, don't you?
Yeah, I think we're going to do a little of that later, are we not?
Oh, you want to save that for later?
Well,
we can't come back to...
Well, we can, but, I mean, two bits of soccer in one show might send people headed for the
then
hills.
where would you like to go, Danny, since my piloting does not, meet your... But you pick.
Let's talk about Peter Vermes, Mr. N, since you brought it up.
No. You brought up soccer, so I tried to just transition right into it.
Okay.
Said watching another Sporting Kansas City loss.
They're in bad shakes, but we'll talk more about that later, Seren.
Okay.
How about those Royals? They're in town and hopefully playing, despite the fact that the weather is a little dodgy. Just like they've been of late.
Oh. Ooh. Can't lose 3 out of 4. Not in Danny's world.
And 4 out of 5
overall, yeah.
That's true. Yep, 4 out of 5.
Oh, you can. And they put themselves in a position.
And they have.
And
just to prove it to you.
And it hasn't hurt. That, it's not good. You'd rather have done the opposite, but they're still
can't make coffee with that kind of loss.
Double digits over 500. And
you know what I heard, Danny? Coffee's for winners. There'll be no coffee in that Royals clubhouse here in the last few days, right? Is that what we're getting at?
Apparently,
unless somebody's got an expensive phone.
Apparently, coffee's not just for winners because I don't drink coffee. So,
you're calling yourself a winner?
I am. Just
that's
a winner in life.
That's good stuff.
Bobby Witt gets a Cadillac. Salvi gets a set of knives. Everybody else is fired.
Right.
Danny gets a pot of coffee.
There you go. That wouldn't be much of a good gift for me.
Okay. All right.
I like the smell of coffee.
I do too. I wish it tasted as good as it smelled to me. But
yeah, I'm with you. It does smell better than it tastes. I'm not a coffee guy either.
Someone says, you like coffee? It's like, well, by the time I like it, I've put so much stuff in it. I'm not sure it's really coffee in it. I
like a shake.
It's a coffee-based beverage.
I don't even really know what it tastes like anymore.
You like pumpkin? Once you fold in 4 cups of sugar, 3 full sticks of butter, and a crackery crust on the outside. Sure, I like pumpkin pie. But no, I'm not taking a bite out of a pumpkin.
It's like a petro.
Nobody likes
like
pumpkin.
a petro salad.
What do you mean? 4 parts ranch, 1 part lettuce?
Yeah, some bacon, some eggs.
Sure,
lots
cheese.
Lots of chicken,
lettuce
cheese.
Yeah.
Maybe
I don't see no lettuce.
I don't see no lettuce.
It's not even green.
Not by the time the ranch is done, no. No, and I'm fine with that. So you have a problem with my salads?
No, I don't.
I thought we were talking baseball. Now you're taking shots? What's going on here?
I'm not taking shots. I was talking baseball.
How about a shot in your coffee?
No.
Okay.
Do you use your phone to make that salad, Soren?
I haven't found the app. No. Haven't found the app.
Well, it'd probably help you make a salad.
You would?
Sure, you look up
I just go to Hen House.
Tasty salad on your phone.
Yeah, there you go, Hen House.
Really?
Yeah.
I get lots of cabbage, lots of broccoli, lots of tomatoes, mushrooms, and then I like some black olives. And then we go to the other side.
We go to the fun side.
Where?
The Flavor Town.
Where we take it to another level.
They go to Flavor Town.
Actually, I was at Whole Foods today, and they had on their salad bar, the new one over there, very nice store. It has a very prominent sign that says, no nibbles.
Oh, boy.
No nibbles.
See, Hen House allows nibbles. Like Hen House.
They offer a banana.
Yes.
For the kids when they walk through. So, that's
right.
Nice. Because that kind of people.
I thought it was a little overt. That's all I was saying.
Okay. So about the Royals, you wanted to talk Royals. Didn't
I did
you?
want to talk the Royals.
Give me an opinion.
I think the Royals are still in fine shape, but you don't want this to extend out. And also, I don't want it to extend out to a little cold streak right at the point where the fans are probably going to start getting enthused and we're going to have homestand, the kids are out of school and all that. Because I think the fan base still is very, very in a mode where they are waiting for the other shoe to drop. I think
they haven't quite bought in.
No, I don't think so.
Agreed.
I mean, I think I've probably bought in.
They've dropped 4 or 5, and they're 12 games over 500, 3 games out of first, still playing 600 baseball, and they're not bought in.
I don't.
When will the purchase happen?
I can't say that. I'm not one of these people. I think.
Are you bought in?
I think the Royals are in it for the duration. Now, does that mean they're going to make the playoffs? I kind of liked Jeff Passan's analysis of it. 86 and 76, just coming up short. That sounds
I
like
love
a
it if
reasonable...
when we brought you in here, you'd have your own opinions. But, Jeff Passan, not a bad guy to ride the coattails of.
Right. Well, I kind of agreed with his opinion, which I guess is allowed. But because I think I've said all along, I think the Royals in general are about a 500-ish team. So 86 and 76 would have them playing 2 games below 500 the rest of the way. That kind of strike.
Would you take it? Would you bank 86 and 76?
I would take it right
Curtis?
now.
You
yes.
coward.
Yes, I would.
I also think the only thing I might disagree with, Jeff, I think 86 and 76 might do it. I think it might make the playoffs.
What's the win percentage on 86 and 76, Curtis? I'm afraid of...
Sounds about 550-ish.
I still fear the Astros.
It's lower than that.
I fear the Rangers, and I fear the
530.
Twins.
Yeah.
531.
I think a market regression is coming to the Guardians. I fear the Blue Jays.
I might have, been glad to have you fear the Astros until, they just never, they'll win their 7 out of 10, which they did recently, and then go. By
the way, I think I just said I fear everybody except the Red Sox.
Yeah. Other than them.
Unless you're just the White Sox, A's, Angels, you're just doormats. Otherwise, I fear you.
Well, I think that's valid because we're sitting here talking about the Royals being a 530 baseball team. Maybe they can do better than that. But if it's 530, then those teams all do have the capability of getting to 10 games over 500. I agree with that. If the Royals go out and get to 88 or so, I mean, that's some going. That's some going by the Blue Jays and the likes of the Blue Jays and the Astros. So, but I like the team. I like the way that they're. I think they've maximized this first 60-ish games and maybe won a couple, 3 more than they should have, and that's good. But on a day-to-day basis, they need a couple of guys to just be better on offense, or they're going to the 7 or 8 run games are going to disappear eventually.
And they got 6 yesterday, but it was almost all from the top 3.
Yeah, and it was like...
Can I just say the top 3 is good, and that's not going to disappear. We're far enough in.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen a lineup like this because it's either been all trash,
right,
or it's been pretty good top to bottom. And I think we're seeing that, like Bobby Wood Jr. and Salvi Perez, the way Perez has played now. I mean, he's a catcher. He's a great hitting catcher, but he's been a great hitter this year.
He has.
And when you
think he's going to hit 325?
No, I don't. But when you have 2 great, but I think he is streaky. And I think when you have Bobby Wood Jr. and Salvador Perez in the midst of the lineup, and I agree with what Jeff said, as long as we're going to just glam around on Passan's, jock all day.
Why not?
I think he's right. I do trust Vinny Pasquantino to fix whatever's going on. And I think when you have when you have a heart of the order, a 2, 3, 4 like that, you're not going to go by them 4 times and not get hurt.
Maybe.
And so
probably, yeah.
If Velasquez is streaky and gets hot and he can do damage, I think Garcia's settling into what I called yesterday a professional hitter. So I think you're going to get professional bats from him. If they can get anything from the bottom,
right? Maybe
they can stay a top 5 pitching starting rotation. They can get there.
Maybe they have to go a little old school and. If things don't improve, and we show no signs...
Bunt more?
No. Move Bobby Witt down.
Trade Bobby Witt? What? When he sucked, I mentioned the idea of trading him, and I still get jackasses sending me.
You realize Eric Hosmer's going to tweet at you now.
Like me.
Like I once said, hey, if he's not going to get on base more than this, then he's Javier Baez. And now it gets put out there that I proclaimed he is Javier Baez, which is never what was said.
Right.
But, the Twitter trolls come rolling out.
But if they can't get Lofton, Melendez, any of these guys to, Kyle Isbell to hit it all, maybe slide when Michael Massey comes back or something, maybe put him 2 and have Witt be the cleanup hitter so that.
Well, I think they looked a lot better.
Extend it a little bit.
I think the 4 out of 5 losses is not coincidence that Michael Massey's not here because I think